You know, most of us probably heard the story of Little Red Riding Hood when we were kids. A simple tale, right? A girl, a wolf, a trip to grandma's. But what if the story we all think we know is really just the tip of the iceberg? Let's peel back the layers and uncover the powerful and kinda modern lessons hidden inside this classic fairy tale.
When you break it down, the story has all the essential ingredients. You've got your innocent hero, your sly, cunning villain, and a lesson that just sticks with you. This simple, powerful conflict is exactly what makes the tale so unforgettable and why we're still talking about it hundreds of years later.
All right, so let's get into it. Our story doesn't kick off with some epic quest or grand adventure. Nope, it starts with a simple errand. But this one little trip into the woods, it's about to become a major test of obedience, judgment, and ultimately, survival.
So first, let's just think about her name, Little Red Riding Hood. It's all about that bright red cape her grandma made for her. And this is not just a fashion statement, you guys, it's a huge symbol. That splash of red in a forest of greens and browns, well, it basically makes her a walking, talking beacon, a very visible target.
Her mission is actually really sweet. She's just taking a basket of goodies to her sick grandmother. But her mom gives her two very strict rules for her own safety. And these are not suggestions, okay? They are commands. They draw a very clear line between what's safe and what's dangerous. A line that is about to get crossed in a big way.
And now, we're in the forest. This is that in-between space, you know? It's not the safety of home, and it's not the security of her destination. It's out here, in the shadows, where the real conflict of the story is about to ignite.
And here it is, the fateful meeting. On one side, you have total innocence just trying to do a nice thing, and on the other, you've got pure, calculating cunning, just waiting for the right moment to strike. This collision is the absolute core of all the tension in the story.
What happens next is just a masterclass in manipulation. Little Red Riding Hood, in her naivete, totally forgets what her mom told her and spills all the beans about where she's going. The wolf, though, he plays his role to perfection, hiding what he's really after and using her own innocence to trick her into wandering off the path. And make no mistake, the wolf's plan is ice-cold and methodical. This is not some spur-of-the-moment thing. Step 1, distract her. Step 2, run ahead. Step 3, take care of the grandmother. And Step 4, set the trap. Every single one of these steps is coldly calculated for maximum effect.
So she finally makes it to our grandmother's cottage, and you'd think, okay, phew, relief. But no, this is actually where the tension goes through the roof. Danger is literally hiding in plain sight, and you can just feel that something is deeply, deeply wrong. Her instincts are screaming at her.
And now we get to that iconic exchange. Her first question, about the ears. It seems innocent enough, right? But it's the very first thread she pulls that starts to unravel the whole disguise. The wolf's response is just brilliant in how deceptive it is. He twists the truth into something that sounds almost loving and protective. It's so clever.
Next up, the eyes. You can feel that tension building, can't you? With every single question she asks, the wolf's disguise gets just a little bit weaker, a little more fragile.
But the wolf, he just holds his ground. He doubles down on the lie, twisting his predatory nature into this loving facade, and it just keeps that tension coiled up so tight. And then we get to the final question, the big one, the one that points out the most dangerous part of him. You can almost feel that pause in the air, you know, that split second right before the awful truth comes out. And there it is. The mask is off. The whole sweet grandma act vanishes in a flash, and all that's left is the raw, predatory monster that was hiding underneath all along. This is the absolute climax of the story.
But the story doesn't stop there, in the darkness. Just when you think all hope is lost, salvation shows up. And with it, we get to the whole point of the tale.
The hunter. His arrival just changes everything. He's more than just a rescuer. He's really a symbol of order and protection, showing up right in the middle of all this chaos. He swoops in and pulls the story back from the brink.
And this brings us right to the core lesson, and it's a pretty stark one. Safety has to come before curiosity. That little detour to pick flowers seemed so innocent, but that one small act of disobedience is what opened the door to some very real, very serious danger. And there's another layer here too. It's a powerful reminder to listen to your parents, to your elders. Their wisdom isn't just a bunch of boring rules. A lot of the time, it's a genuine tool for survival. So that leaves us with one final thought. Little Red Riding Hood is just one story.
It really makes you wonder, what other hidden lessons are waiting for us inside our favorite childhood stories? And what can these tales that we think we know so well still teach us about our own world today?